Okay, today we're going to talk about absolute value, and I'm going to give you what you need for the interactive notebook piece of the absolute value topic. So on page 16, you should have taken notes on the video that you were supposed to watch. So you're going to leave this page blank, or it should already be filled in if you've already watched the video. So you're going to leave this open if you haven't gotten to it yet. And that's where you're going to take your notes for the video. And then this side is where I'm going to walk you through how to put together the interactive piece with the foldable. I want to remind you to head back to the table of contents and make sure you put in your page numbers. I left the dates blank because obviously they're going to be different days than when I created this video. So make sure you write in the date and then the page numbers where you can find absolute value. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you title the page. I'm on page 17. You want to write down, I can determine the absolute value of a number or numerical expression. So that's your learning target for today. Once you have your foldable, you want to cut it out. You want to fold it in half on the dotted line. I believe it was dotted, maybe not. This straight line here. And then on the inside, you want to take the notes first and then glue it in. So I'm going to give you a second to go ahead and write down the notes that go on the inside of the flap. You can pause the video, and when you're ready to move on, go ahead and move on. So this just says the absolute value of a number is the distance the number is from 0 on a number line. And I underline the really important things. I know I've said it like a broken record. Distance can never be negative. Well, you say, well, but I can walk backwards. But when you're walking backwards, you're still covering a distance. You're still going further. So that means you're adding on to your distance. So therefore, absolute value is always positive because it's just the distance a number is from 0. So the absolute value of 8 is 8. The absolute value of negative 14 is 14. If you have an expression on the inside, you're going to work the expression out. You're going to solve the expression. Then take the absolute value of whatever number is left. If you need a few more minutes, go ahead and pause. I'm going to move on. The next thing you want to do is create yourself a number line so that you can refer to this as you work the problems attached to your work plan. And you can simply just, wherever the number is, you're just going to count from 0 how far it is. As we move further down a few notes, we have your answer will always be a positive number because you're counting how many places from 0. I'm missing my S. How many places from 0. Okay. If the absolute value sign has a numerical expression, solve first and then find the absolute value. And lastly, if there is a negative symbol on the outside of the absolute value bars, it means the opposite of. So just as if you have a negative symbol on the outside of a set of parentheses, it means the opposite of whatever's on the inside. So you're going to take the absolute value again and then find the opposite of that number. So if this is negative 15, the absolute value of negative 15 is positive 15. But because we have a negative symbol on the outside, that means the opposite of positive 15, which gives me negative 15. Don't confuse this. This is not the absolute value because remember, absolute value can never be negative. But if it's on the outside of the bars, that's what makes the difference. It means the opposite of if it's on the outside of the bars. Okay, when you finish taking these notes, you are finished with your interactive piece. Then you want to go and work the practice problems that are attached to your work plan.